Hi, today is August 29, 2025. Welcome to episode 35 of the Krishnamurti podcast with Sam Yogi. Question for J. Krishnamurti. In the discussion gathering, it was stated that a man could get rid of his hindrances by understanding them. Consequently, we must assume that if we feel that our hindrances have not yet disappeared, it is because we have not yet totally understood them. Many of us feel that hindrances increase when we make an effort to understand them. Krishnamurti. Naturally, they do, because you make an effort to rid yourself of the many hindrances in order to gain truth, happiness, or liberation. You lay the emphasis on liberation, truth, because it offers an escape, and so the hindrances increase and flourish. Why do you make an effort to understand your hindrances? If you are deeply desirous of finding out your hindrances, you don't make an effort, do you? But because there is not this consuming desire, you force yourself to make an effort. Want cripples discernment, causing misery and anguish. Effort is made to overcome this without understanding its cause. Want is the result of false values. You cannot understand right values when the mind is hindered by prejudices and fears. You must become aware of these prejudices and fears. But such consciousness, such awareness is not born of effort but of intense, purposive desire to understand the cause which obstructs pure discernment. The desire for security is an impediment to discernment, but if you intelligently pursue it, you will find out for yourself its true significance. But perhaps your mind perceives the illusory nature of security, but still there is an intense desire for it. Out of this contradiction, there arises conflict and suffering, incompleteness of action. To overcome this incompleteness, you begin to control yourself, discipline yourself. But this does not in any way eliminate conflict. This contradiction exists because you do not deeply desire to discern the true significance of security with its comforting ideals and illusions. Until there is this burning desire to understand, you must continue with suffering, put up with all the innumerable stupidities and exploitations. So here the answer ends, and with this, the whole talk given on July 28, 1933 in Oman, Holland ends. Now let's summarize what Krishnamurti or K just said. So K has emphasized here that true understanding of hindrances doesn't come through forced effort or discipline, but through deep, genuine desire to see their roots. Effort made out of want, escape, or fear only strengthens obstacles or hindrances. Awareness arises naturally when one seeks truth wholeheartedly without clinging to false securities. Until that inner clarity is present, conflict and suffering will persist. So, what are the key points? Key point number one: effort strengthens hindrances. In other words, trying to overcome obstacles for the sake of liberation, truth, or happiness often makes them grow stronger because the effort is rooted in escape or want. Point number two: real understanding is not forced. If there is a true desire to understand hindrances, one doesn't need to try. Awareness naturally arises. Effort out of compulsion only blinds discernment. Number three, the role of false values and want. Want arises from false values and illusions. These distort perception and prevent the mind from discerning what is true. Number four, security as an obstacle. The desire for security, such as comfort, ideals, stability, independence financially, is itself a major hindrance. Even if one sees that security is illusory, the craving for it creates inner contradiction and suffering. Conflict from contradiction is the next point. When the mind both perceives the illusory nature of security but still desires it, contradiction arises. Discipline and self control cannot dissolve this contradiction. Last point: only deep desire for understanding liberates. True freedom and clarity come only when there is an intense, genuine desire to see things as they are, not through effort, suppression, or discipline. Until then, suffering and exploitation continue. Let me repeat this. True freedom and clarity come only when there is an intense, genuine desire to see things as they are, not through effort, suppression, or discipline. Until then, suffering and exploitation continue. So the podcast ends here. In the next podcast, which will be episode number 36, we will start the third talk by K in Oman, Holland in 1933. Thank you. You have a nice day.